Yo guys, how's it going today? Burke Crown 88 coming to the YouTube video, and today we're going to be talking about ugh, the trouble in the position I'm in. I'm stuck when it comes to NHL 25. I am in a predicament, guys. And well, I wonder if you're in that spot because it's hard. It is literally hard to figure this out because everybody is so good, but I like some of the players. What do I do? Let's get into it. Let's see what I'm talking about. And are you guys in this same situation? But if you are, let me know in the comment section who are you juggling between. So when it comes to NHL, right? They've done a good job of giving us a lot of cards. Not a great job, but they've done a good job at giving us a lot of cards. Right? We got a lot of good fantasy cards here. We got a lot of champs cards that they're giving out that give you choices. Then you get the Titan Joe Thornton that comes in there. You get a lot of these, Winter Classic cards. You get these Gallery of the Great MSPs that have really put some hard decisions on your team. So, what do you do? What do you do? Like, if we go look at my team is in a position where I just don't know what to do, right? Right here, you're going to see I have Steve Yzerman on my top line with McDavid and Bedard. I had to move Backstrom to the wing because they just keep giving us so many centers, but there's no problem with that. Centers is flexibility, right? I would rather get a center option than just a winger option. So I don't mind that. But Backstrom was a great center that I had to move to the wing because he's not as good as Yzerman. He's not as good as Sakic. He's not as good as Thornton, sorry. And he's not as good as Miller or Sundin. So I had to move him to the wing. That's fair. That's a decision I had to make. But then when it comes to like Nylander and them, like what do I do? Like let's take a look at who I've got on offense just sitting in my collection. So sitting in my collection, we have Alexander Barkov, Sebastian Aho, 2 Phil Espositos, Kotkaniemi, Jagger, Hanna, soon to be Panarin, Skinner, Eric Holla, and this is where it drifts down from here. And guys, that is just the offense. I have extremely expensive and extremely well-built cards in my collection for my own reasons, but this is where it's getting hard. Like you see a Steve Yzerman come out, and I could not build Steve Yzerman and wait for the 2000 event. And you know what? If this Steve Yzerman didn't have free AP, I would have probably not built him. 99 faceoff with free AP is dynamite, and you just can't not build it. If he had 2 AP, I would have left him. I would have kept Barkov there. I would have kept Aho there. I would have done whatever. Like Aho and Barkov would still be here if Joe Thornton didn't come out and Steve Yzerman didn't have free AP. But this is the decision we're making. Now, what this brings me to a decision on is people are asking me, what overalls do I turn in to make MSPs happen? Frozen Forces used 85 pluses. A couple of events before that, it was 84 pluses. Gallery of the Greats uses 86 pluses. So the best thing I can tell you to do is don't go over. Don't use 87s trying to build Joe Sakic or Steve Yzerman, because those 2 Espositos that I'm going to be using later on, or Matthew Barzal maybe if it happens, those 87s can be used in either the 2000 event or the event after Team of the Year, because eventually they're going to require 87s. They've set a track record. 82s for cover athletes, then 83s for the next overall, then 84s for the next overall. So we know when it comes to 90 overall cards, they are going to need 87 overall turn-ins. So in the long run, you want to keep these cards to help you with future MSPs. But those are the tough decisions that I'm coming with my lineup. Like the lineup is getting great. 89s are just buzzing on the team and they're flying. We need some righties, EA, right? I do need some right-handed wingers. If you could give me those, that'd be awesome. But hard decisions are being made. And what do you do with cards that are just leaving your team? And it sucks to say, but you got to hang on to them. You can't do anything with cards that are 87 overall when they're 86 turn-in sets. You can turn the 87s into the 86s, but then you won't have those 87s when the next set comes along, is what I'm trying to say. Now, always, guys, get rid of non-tradables before BNDs, right? Matthew Barzal will be the first one off my team out of these 4 right wingers. And the reason for that is, well, I can't use Panarin for anything. I can't use Eichel for anything. So maybe I do this here. Panarin on the 4th line. He's not going to hurt me there. Eichel on the 3rd line. He's not going to hurt me there. And then I switch Barzal out for one of the new cards and I power up Nylander when I can. But this is where the BNDs are really going to start to hurt, is that they're starting to stack up on your team. And then with these hard decisions, you really got to look at the moments and say, are they worth it? For instance, Dale Hawerchuk. Dale Hawerchuk is an 88 overall. Now, this 88 overall is a not bad card. 90 into the 90 shot, 90 hands, 90 face-off, 90 speed. Like, this is a great card that doesn't make my team. So why am I going to do the moments? Like, I was halfway through the moments, and I got to the last one where it was 6 points or 6 goals or whatever it is, and it was frustrating. I'm like, why am I doing this? This card's not making my team. And that's where the hard choices come in, is you've got to be okay not getting something done when that something doesn't make sense for the benefit of your team. And BNDs don't make sense for the benefit of your team. If you're sweating over a BND, don't do it, because it's not going to help you a month from now. So don't stress yourself out over a BND. And when cards don't make sense, just let them go. Even if they're untradeable. If they don't make sense on your team, just let them go. Don't stress it. It's not worth it. Have some fun with the game. Don't put yourself in hard situations and hard decisions over a stressful card that you don't want on your team to begin with. But I did want to take a second to talk about that, because people keep asking me, what do I do with 87s? Do I turn them into the 86s? And no, you don't. You hang on to them for when we get 87 pluses. And then lineup configuration. People are saying, like, I got cards that I can't put on my line that I should be putting on my line, but I can't use them in sets because they're too high in overall. It's the difficult situation we're in. We're just entering into that bracket of Hut where all the cards are going to be very, very good. Now you're just picking names. If you don't like Yzerman and you like Sakic, build Sakic. If you don't like Sakic and you like Yzerman, build Yzerman. But the 2000 events are going to come out, and those cards are going to be just as good, if not slightly better, than the cards we got now. And you're going to have to come up to that decision. Do I take Barzal out of my lineup for a 2000 card? These are the hard decisions that we're getting into. These are the stressful situations. And there's my team and the hard stuff I'm dealing with and taking players out of my team. And, you know, it's been fun. But, guys, I want to know in the comment section down below, what's your hard choices? What players are you bouncing between on the fence? I have this guy in my lineup, and I want to go build this guy, but is it really worth it? Because that's what I love to see. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it. And until next time, ciao, ciao.